In this class, we are going to listen in the beginning to Khayal, about which we learned in the last class. We will listen to one recording of Srimati Ashwini Bhide Deshpande, who is the practitioner of Khayal of Jaipur Gharana. We'll listen to a rag, after which we will understand what is semi-classical music all about, what does it mean, and also listen to a few recordings of semi-classical Indian music.
राग रागेश्वरी विलंबित धुंताल आज की रहना तुम ना जाओ पिया द्रुत आड़ा चलता है जाने ना दूंगी रसिया राग रागेश्वरी
now we just heard what is a khayal. It was a rendition of Rageshri, which is a night melody by Srimati Dr. Ashwini Bhide Deshpande. Now let us come to semi-classical music. What we just heard was pure Indian classical music, which consisted of khayal, vilambit khayal and chota khayal. Now comes the semi-classical music, which is a form which evolved after khayal came in, after Indian classical music came in, then came the semi-classical form. Let us understand what it is all about, how it is different from classical music. The Indian music, which is called as semi-classical music or light classical music, takes the basics of classical music, but in a very simplified style, which makes it more accessible and more popular. Now, we'll talk about a few selected semi-classical Indian musical styles. Now, first is the Thumri and Dadra. Now, Thumri is one of the most important forms of North Indian music after the Khayal classical form. Its exact origins are not very clear, and first appearance of Thumri goes back to 15th century. Thumri arose in popularity during the 19th century in the Lucknow court of Nawab Wajid Ali Shah. At that time, it was a song sung by courtesans accompanied by dancers. The text is romantic or devotional in nature and usually revolves around love for Krishna. Thumri is characterized by its sensuality and by a greater flexibility with the rag. Dadra is a so this is Thumri. We'll listen to Thumri after some time. Dadra is a semi-classical form that is somewhat similar to Thumri. It was originally accompanied by Dadra Tal, which is of 6 beats, from where the term for the genre was borrowed. But later, Dadra compositions were often found in other light tals such as Kerwa. Then comes the Qawwali. Qawwali is a form of Sufi devotional music which is popular in North India. It is a musical tradition that stretches back for more than 700 years. In the late 13th century in India, Delhi's Sufi saint Amir Khusro Dehlavi of the Christi order of Sufis is credited with fusing the Persian, Arabic, Turkish, and Indian musical traditions to create Qawwali as we know it today. There were different Qawwals, right? Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan and many others that have performed Qawwalis. Originally performed mainly at Sufi shrines or dargahs throughout South Asia, it has also gained international popularity through the work of the late Pakistani singer Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan. The songs which constitute the Qawwali repertoire are primarily in Urdu and Punjabi. The poetry is implicitly understood to be spiritual in its meaning. Even though the lyrics can sometimes sound wildly secular or outright hedonistic, the central themes of Qawwali are love, devotion, and longing of man for the divine. A group of Qawwali musicians called a party, it is called as a party, or Humnawa in Urdu, typically consists of 8 or 9 men, including a lead singer. 1 or 2 side singers are also there in the group. 1 or 2 harmoniums are there. If there is only one percussionist, he plays the tabla and dholak. Usually the tabla with the dominant hand and the dholak with the other one. There is also a chorus of 4 or 5 men who repeat key verses and who aid percussion by hand clapping. Then comes the form called ghazal. The ghazal is a poetic form consisting of rhyming couplets and a refrain, with each line sharing the same meter. A ghazal may be understood as a poetic expression of both the pain of loss or separation and the beauty of love in spite of that pain. The form is ancient, originating in Arabic poetry in Arabia long before the birth of Islam. The ghazal spread into South Asia in the 12th century due to the influence of Sufi mystics and the courts of the new Islamic Sultanate. The subject of love can usually be interpreted for a higher being or for a mortal beloved. The love is always viewed as something that will complete a human being, and if attained, will lift him or her into the ranks of the wise, or will bring satisfaction to the soul of the poet. Bhajan and Kirtan is also a subtype of semi-classical music. A bhajan, from the Sanskrit bhajana, which means the worshipping, is a Hindu devotional hymn to a god such as Shiva, Krishna, Lakshmi, or Ganesh, or a holy person. Bhajans are sung throughout India, taking different forms in different regions. Bhajan singing has great appeal for many Westerners also. The practice of bhajans has its roots in the hymns of the Sam Veda, the fourth Veda in the Hindu scriptures. Some of these songs are very old, while others are modern compositions. Bhajans express love for the divine, focusing on particular attributes or virtues of a god. These hymns are part of Bhakti Yoga, the aim of which is to focus the believer's attention on spirituality instead of the material world, and so lead to a spiritual awakening. Bhajans are lively and very mesmerizing. These are also often called as Hindu gospel songs. Because of their typical repetitive style, words, tunes, and rhythms, these songs very quickly become familiar, and singing them produces a liberating, ecstatic state. Bhajan singing is group singing with a lead singer. Each phrase is repeated twice to a slow rhythm, then once at a faster pace. The singers are accompanied by instruments such as the harmonium for melody and the tabla for rhythm. The art of bhajan can also be more sophisticated, as in the Dhrupad and Kriti genres, which are based on the rags and tals of Indian classical music. The kirtan, from the Sanskrit kirtana, which means a prayer to God, is similar to the bhajan. The word is applied to the devotional songs of various spiritual traditions in India, sung to the accompaniment of harmonium and tabla. Bhakti Yoga has adopted the practice as part of its tradition. Kirtans are longer than bhajans and are sung at a faster tempo. In North India, mainly in Krishna temples, devotees often dance to kirtans. But this is mainly about the semi-classical music, which also means we spoke about different forms that come under semi-classical. But if you have to compare between classical and semi-classical, there is a difference, which is mainly pertaining to the framework of the rag and the aim of the form. In classical music, the main aim is to present a rag. And when we talk about a rag, it comes with a framework, it comes with a grammar, it comes with rules which are supposed to be followed and not supposed to break, not supposed to be broken. When we talk about semi-classical music forms like Thumri, Dadra, Qawwali, Bhajan, and Ghazal, the main focus is on the words and the emotive content behind it, the bhav. Not that raga is not important in it, because all these forms are usually composed in a particular rag. Like for example, if you're talking about Thumri and Dadra, they're definitely in some rag, but they are not, it is not expected that the framework of rag is followed 100%. In fact, it is treated to be an aesthetic feature of Thumri and Dadra if a singer is able to travel in another rag and come back to the original rag. So in fact, there are some rules of the rag that are meant to be broken in semi-classical music, not broken to a very large extent, but there is a lot of freedom given. So it is basically the rules are broken with liberty in mind, with freedom, with more freedom in mind. So semi-classical music has more freedom than the classical music, is what we can call very aptly. A singer is allowed to travel in another rag and come back to the original rag. A singer is allowed to go into another tal and in terms of laggi and then come back to the original tal. And the importance to the words is much more than what is there in classical music. So the aim is different in semi-classical music than the classical music. The importance given to the raga structure and tala structure are also different than the classical music. So these are the basic differences. It's more popular because it gives more importance to bhav, of the emotive content, and the words that come with it. And so it becomes more appreciated. It is more appreciated by the audience. It is more popular. It's also not very vilambit. It's not also very slow in laya. It is, Thumri can be slow, but the Dadra is usually medium paced or fast. So it's like a song. So usually the popular, it is more popular within the audience. Now we will listen to a few examples of semi-classical music, first being the Thumri and the Dadra.
काकरो सजने काकरो सजने बालम काकरो सजने तरपत बित मोरे तरपत बित मोरे रतिया करो सजने बालम का तड़पत बीत मोरे, तड़पत बीत मोरे, उन बिन रतिया बालम का सजने। करू सजने आए न बालम, आए न बालम, करू सजने बालम, बालम का करू सजने बालम। उन बिन रतिया
Now we'll listen to Dadra by Shobha Gurtuji, who was one of the very eminent Dadra singers from our country. After this, we'll listen to a small sample of Ghazal by Hariharan and Ustad Rashid Khan together.
Here in Dubai for the very first
याद पिया किया वो याद पिया किया याद पिया की पिया किया याद पिया याद पिया याद पिया की याद पिया की सहा नहीं जाए ये दुख सहा जाए ये दुख सहा जाए सहा जाए सहा याद पिया की याद याद पिया की याद पिया पिया याद पिया याद पिया याद पिया की आए याद पिया की याद पिया की याद 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 पिया की ओ याद पिया पिया बाली उमरिया बाली उमरिया बाली उमरिया बाली बाली बा बा बाली उमरिया बाली उमरिया बाली उमरिया बाली उमरिया बाली बाली उमरिया बाली 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 उमरिया बाली उमरिया सुन री सजरिया
After this ghazal, we are going to listen to a short piece of Qawwali by Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan, and then we will stop for today's class.
तेरे बाजू वो दिल दिया महरम वे 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 सदा जीवना कीड़ी चचदा जी तेरे बाजू वो दिल दिया महरम वे सदा जीवना कीड़ी चचदा जी मेरे लूलू विच मेरी रस रस विच तेरी याद दा तुम्बा बजदा ही अखियां उड़ीक दिया मेरे बाजा भावना अखियां उड़ीक दिया मेरे बाजा भावना अखियां उड़ीक दिया आजा पद देसिया आवाज कर याद दा आधा जगों पुरुष गियो साडे नाल बोलना जगों पुरुष गियो साडे नाल बोलना जगों साडे नाल बोलना साडे नाल बोलना जगों पुरुष गियो साडे नाल बोलना उनकी आवाज़ बोलना
If you've heard carefully, you would understand that in Qawwali, it is sung towards some god or some quality, and it's kind of a prayer in Sufi music. And Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan was one of the greatest and eminent practitioners of Qawwal music. And with this, we come to the end of this class. And in the next class, we will discuss a few other topics.